I don't remember why I went there. Maybe it was curiosity, or maybe something darker. Something that whispered to me through the static of sleepless nights. The asylum had been closed for decades, left to rot on the edge of the city like a wound the world refused to heal. People said it was haunted, that the patients never left. Not really. But I needed to see it for myself. I needed proof that ghosts don't exist. The night I went, the air was heavy with rain. The clouds hung low, strangling the moonlight. I parked my car at the rusted gate and climbed over. The moment my feet hit the ground inside, the wind stopped. No sound, no movement, just silence, thick and unnatural, pressing against my chest. The main building loomed ahead, tall, skeletal. Its windows dark and hollow like the eyes of something that had forgotten how to die. My flashlight flickered as I pushed open the front doors. The hinges groaned, echoing through the hall. The stench of mildew and rot clawed at my throat. Paint peeled from the walls in long, curling strips, and the floor was littered with broken tiles and rusted wheelchairs. My footsteps sounded too loud, as if the place was listening. I told myself I'd just take a few pictures and leave. But then I saw the light. Faint, bluish-white, flickering at the end of the corridor. It shouldn't have been there. The asylum had no power. I moved closer, every instinct screaming to turn back. The hallway felt longer than it should. Each step stretched, time bending like something alive. The light grew brighter, and beneath it, I heard a whisper. Not words, just a sound, soft and broken, like breathing through water. When I reached the door, the light vanished. The whisper stopped. I pushed the door open and shined my flashlight inside. The room was empty, except for a single hospital bed, its mattress black with mold. Chains hung from the ceiling, swaying slowly as though someone had just brushed past them. My light trembled in my hand. Then from the corner, a faint movement. A figure. It stood half in shadow, half in the glow of my shaking beam. A patient gown clung to its body, the fabric torn and stained. Its head twitched, neck cracking with each jerk. I couldn't see its face, only the glint of something wet. Eyes, maybe. I stumbled back, dropping my camera. It didn't move toward me. It just watched. And then it whispered, in a voice like rust scraping glass. "You're late." I ran. I don't remember turning or choosing a direction. I just ran. The halls twisted, changing. Doors I'd passed before were gone. Stairways led nowhere. I kept hearing the dragging of feet behind me, echoing off the walls, never close, never far. The asylum wasn't just old. It was alive, breathing, rearranging itself to keep me inside. When I reached the lobby again, I thought I'd made it out. But the front doors were gone. Just a wall where they used to be. I slammed my fists against it, the plaster cold and solid. The lights above flickered to life. Faint, yellow, hospital lights that buzzed with a dying hum. For a moment, I saw shadows moving behind the glass of the nurse's station. Figures pacing. One turned to face me, and though its face was blurred, I knew it was smiling. The PA system crackled. "Visitor in Ward C." The voice was calm, female, but broken, like a recording looping through static. The same words again. "Visitor in Ward C." I didn't know where Ward C was, but I ran anyway. Every hallway looked the same. White walls, brown stains, doors half open, cold air spilling through. I passed rooms filled with overturned beds, patient files scattered like confetti, and in every reflection, windows, broken mirrors, even the glint of metal, I saw movement behind me. The same figure in the gown, always just out of reach. I burst through a set of double doors and froze. A long hallway stretched ahead, lined with empty wheelchairs. They were all facing the same way, toward a single door at the end. My flashlight flickered again, and each time it went out, the chairs moved closer, inch by inch. When it finally died, I felt cold metal against my leg. The door at the end opened. I should have turned back, but something in me said I needed to see what was inside. That same whisper from before, soft, inviting, drifted down the corridor. Come home. Inside was an old operating theater. The lights above buzzed weakly, flickering over rusted surgical tools and dried stains on the floor. A single figure stood by the table, a doctor or something wearing a doctor's coat. Its head was tilted too far to one side, bones cracking with the motion. It raised a scalpel in one trembling hand, the blade glinting faintly. "You're next," it said, voice echoing through the room like two people speaking in unison. I backed away, tripping over a gurney. My flashlight hit the floor and spun, throwing wild light across the walls. For a second, I saw dozens of faces there. Patients pressed into the plaster, eyes open, mouths stretched in silent screams. Then the doctor moved fast, too fast, and the light went out. I ran blind. The air grew colder, thicker, until every breath felt like swallowing ash. I hit walls, turned corners that shouldn't have existed. The whispers followed me now, a chorus rising in pitch. "Stay, stay." When I found the stairs, I didn't hesitate. I took them two at a time, not caring where they led. I reached a door at the top and shoved it open, only to find another hallway. But this one was different. The walls were covered in photographs, black and white, old, hundreds of them. Each showed the same thing, people standing in front of the asylum. Doctors, nurses, patients. And in every single one, at the edge of the frame, there I was, older, smiling. I dropped the flashlight and bolted for the end of the hall. I found another door, rusted and warped, and kicked it open. Cold night air hit my face. I stumbled outside, gasping. The asylum was behind me, dark and silent once more. I didn't look back. I ran to my car and drove until the building vanished in the rearview mirror. But now, every night, I hear it. The PA system crackling through the static of my radio. Visitor in Ward C. Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I smell antiseptic. I feel the cold of that floor beneath my hands. And when I pass my reflection, I see them, the patients, standing behind me, watching, waiting. I escaped the asylum, but I don't think it ever let me go.